Ever since the shocking death of Jacksonville rapper Foolio, the whispers haven't stopped. But now they're getting louder about what happened after, not just to the killers but to their families too. In one clip, a woman cries out, "My mama right here, they shot my mama house." Allegedly Foolio's crew or people loyal to him didn't take the hit lightly. Rumors started flying across Northside and Westside Jacksonville just weeks after Foolio was killed. A viral voice note that's been making rounds in private group chats claims one of the suspected shooter's cousins got jumped outside a gas station on Dunn Avenue. Wrong place, wrong time, they said. Another rumor talks about a suspicious house fire, possibly arson. Neighbors said they saw strange cars circling the block for days before it went up in flames. And it doesn't stop there. Instagram stories and now deleted Facebook posts hinted at a shooting outside a family barbecue just 2 weeks after Foolio's funeral. Nobody was killed, but one woman was reportedly injured. Locals believe it was a warning, not a hit. Now the internet is debating, is this street justice or just another tragic cycle of retaliation? Some even claim Foolio's killers were paid not by enemies but by people who wanted to stop the violence once and for all. So far nothing's confirmed. Authorities are staying quiet. But in Jacksonville, when someone like Foolio gets killed, the streets never stay quiet for long.
Isaiah Chance, Elisa Andrews, Sean Gaithright, Davion Murphy, and Rashard Murphy are all accused of playing a role in Jones's death and are all charged with 1 count of murder in the first degree, premeditated with the discharge of a firearm, and 1 count of conspiracy of murder in the first degree, premeditated with the discharge of a firearm.
A fourth suspect connected to the murder of Charles Jones, better known as Jacksonville rapper Foolio, was arrested in Jacksonville early Tuesday morning, according to police. Officials say 26-year-old Jones was hunted down in Tampa by individuals believed to be members or affiliates of rival gangs while he was in town celebrating his birthday. Foolio was murdered on June 23 at a cluster of hotels located at 1166 McKinley Drive near USF. At around 4:38 a.m. 3 shooters got out of a vehicle and walked toward the hotel. They opened fire with a handgun and 2 rifles, killing Jones on the spot. The hail of bullets also struck 3 other people who miraculously survived the attack. This was a violent and targeted shooting, said Tampa Police Chief Lee Burkall. According to Tampa PD, this killing is tied to a long-standing feud between 6 Block gang Foolio was part of and its rival gangs ATK and 1200. That feud has reportedly led to dozens of murders over the past decade on both sides.
This is at the hotel, and you can see the shooters are getting in position for their planned out murder. And they are shooting at Charles now. And you can see that he's the passenger in that car that's moving and trying to flee. And again, they're still shooting at him. He's the right front passenger in that vehicle. It's clear from that video what they were set out to do and what they had.
The suspects, who they are and what happened. 1. Alicia Andrews role, lookout, age 21 status, arrested in Jacksonville, charges, conspiracy and murder. 2. Isaiah Chance Jr. role, lookout, age 21 status, arrested alongside Alicia Andrews, charges, conspiracy and murder. 3. Sean Gaithright role, shooter, age 18 status, arrested. Details: evidence also connects him to a previous attempt on Foolio's life. 4. Rashard Murphy role, shooter, age 30 status, arrested after a police stand standoff charges. Murder authorities say Rashad Murphy, Dave Murphy, and Sean Gathright were the shooters in the attack that killed Julio Foolio. Andrews, Chance and Gathright were arrested over the weekend in Jacksonville, according to the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Rashad Murphy was captured on Tuesday after a tense standoff with law enforcement. Deputies along with the U.S. Marshals tracked him to an apartment complex off Collins Road in Jacksonville. JSO's gang unit and SWAT team surrounded the building and safely evacuated nearby residents. After hours of negotiation, Murphy surrendered just after midnight, ending the standoff without further incident.
I want to send a clear message to anyone that the city of Tampa is not where you want to come to settle a dispute. You will be charged, you will be arrested, and you will be prosecuted to the fullest extent possible. Furthermore, if you're a gang member, there's no alleged immunity through a cone of silence, as our detectives will find evidence needed to make an arrest and hold everyone accountable.
While there's been a lot of information released about the suspects and the crime, there's almost nothing known about their families. News reports and court documents don't mention any parents, siblings, or other relatives. This silence usually means the families have either chosen to stay out of the spotlight or are avoiding any public attention due to the serious nature of the case. Right now there's no record of them speaking out, taking legal action, or being involved in any way.
Florida, Tampa, JSO, Jacksonville, Miami, wherever you are, will not tolerate foolishness, will not tolerate shootings and needless violence. We not make excuses for poor decisions. We'll hold you accountable for your criminal actions. Florida is a state of law and order. Law enforcement agencies in this state will always work together to protect the good and decent people who chose to live within the law. And we will always work together to ferret out those who choose the lives of violent crime.
The shooting is believed to be part of an ongoing gang feud in Jacksonville between Foolio's group known as 6 Block and rival gangs ATK and 1200. Police in Tampa and Jacksonville worked closely together on the case. They used jail phone calls, tracked social media activity, and followed GPS data to help identify and track down the suspects involved in the murder.
The ongoing fight between these two groups spilled over into Tampa last month. Let me be clear, the feud stops here. All 5 of these defendants are facing life in the Florida State Prison, even the ones who didn't pull the trigger. In Florida, if you participate in the planning of a murder, you can be held accountable for the person's death. And that is what we intend to do here.
Backstory: investigators say 5 people traveled to Tampa in June 2024 to carry out the deadly shooting of rapper Julio Foolio, whose real name was Charles Jones. He had been celebrating his birthday on the night of June 22nd and later checked into the home 2 suites near USF. In the early hours of June 23rd, surveillance footage captured 3 shooters opening fire on his vehicle in the hotel parking lot, killing him. Who are the suspects? You can list the names and roles here like you did earlier.
5 people, though, are charged with murder. The level of planning and coordination between these 5 defendants was truly alarming. It is clear that they all had one purpose in coming to Tampa, and that was to kill.
Big picture view: investigators identified the shooters as Sean Gathright, 18, Rashad Murphy, 30, and Dave Murphy, 28. According to police, Isaiah Chance, 21, and Alicia Andrews, 21, acted as lookouts tracking Julio Foolio as he moved between 2 clubs in Tampa the night of the shooting. Rashad Murphy and Isaiah Chance are confirmed members of 2 rival gangs, SOC and 1200, which have long-standing beef with Foolio's gang 6 Block. What's next? Dave Murphy's trial date has not yet been scheduled. Alicia Andrews is expected to stand trial in August 2025 unless it's delayed. Sean Gathright, Isaiah Chance and Rashad Murphy are tentatively set to go on trial in April 2026.